Date nights can get ho-hum when you're going to the same places and doing the same things and repeating the same jokes. And Holli Conklin-Ellison from iFamilyKC is here with some fun ways to change things up. I saw you at my last date night. You were there with your husband at a date night. We were at the Make-A-Wish, the Bubble Ball down there at the Abbott. So let's talk about going out and date night and why it's important for dating your spouse or your significant other.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that was so much fun.
Wasn't it?
It was my last date night too.
Yeah, how about that?
I know.
I'm glad to hear our dating profiles are in the same lane here.
We're so fun. You know, it's so important to date your spouse, right? I know you and Missy are super busy, and Tim and I are too, so it's really hard to find that time to just get out and make each other a priority, but you got to do it.
No, and that probably goes back to a lot of planning and a lot of work ahead of time, right?
Yep, exactly. But, you know, one of the things that I always go back to with Charlotte, my daughter, is I really want her to have a healthy relationship when she gets older.
Yeah.
Not until like she's 30,
obviously.
but obviously.
Yeah.
But when she's 30, I want her to have, you know, healthy relationships. And so the best way to encourage that is to model it.
To lead by example.
Exactly.
And I think that brings us to our next point is how do you go ahead and not feel guilty about maybe leaving your kids at home? I know one of the things we do if we can't get a sitter, obviously we have to cancel date night, but sometimes I'm also like, well, I want, you know, like you said, our schedules are just so busy, we don't feel like we're spending enough time with our kids. Is it okay then for us to go out and spend time together while we still try to continue to date each other?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm a firm believer that you're not your best self with your kids unless you are fully recharged. So if you get out and you're on the same page, which happens when you date each other, you're better parents,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Now, what are some ideas for the date nights here, or for the you know, for parents that struggle with it? Like what I was going to talk about at the beginning of the show is how, you know, my idea of a date night anymore is just like kicking the kids out and turning on the TV and just sitting on the couch with my wife for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, so, you know, that's totally fine. It counts. Or after the kids go to bed, you can lay out under the stars and talk. It can be something simple. If your sitter cancels, you can still do something at home. Open up a bottle of wine, just relax, unwind together, talk, reconnect, or do stuff that's, you know, fancier, like the Make-A-Wish Bubble Ball.
Exactly. Get all dressed up and go out to a ball and everything. And just having that adult and that one-on-one conversation, you know, is important, right?
Yeah.
And then what other ideas do you have for just keeping dates, you know, just fresh and exciting here?
So my biggest idea is, I know for Tim and I, we're always struggling with who's going to plan date night, right? So you can kind of sit down together and plan out a bunch in advance. We've come up with 103 ideas. So you can take 103 of them or 5 of them, stick them in a box. And when you're ready to go out on date night, or when you know you're going to plan one, let's say like I'm going out on Friday, open up the envelope and find out what you guys are doing together.
Oh, cool. And do you have like any of your ideas posted anywhere where people can see them? Or?
We do. They're on our website, so you can go check those out.
Awesome, Holli. We appreciate your time here today. And can I just take a peek real quick?
You can.
No,
full disclosure.
She didn't want to. So I was like, I need a date idea for Thursday night. So.
Don't look at these. They're blank.
Oh, okay.
So.
Holli, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.